Time in YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of No EXs. Today, I have been recommended a deck from my good friend Jacob. His Twitter link will be in the description below. He has been asking us to try out the Kingdra Ancient Trait Origins card from Primal Clash. Now, he did give me a deck list, but I've altered it a little bit. Hopefully it's in working order. We're going to start with Kingdra, Stage 2, 130 HP Dragon-type Pokemon. He has the Alpha Growth ability, which, when you attach a energy to him, or her, you can attach a second energy. Beautiful, means we can get going a little quicker. Its first primary attack is Gather Strength, 1 colorless energy, doesn't do any damage, but we can search our deck for up to 4 basic energy cards, reveal them, and put them into our hand. Beautiful. This means I can set up for the next turn, and what better way to do so with Dragon Blast. 150 damage, 2 colorless energy, 2 water energy, and 1 lightning energy. The only downside to Dragon Blast is I have to discard a water energy and a lightning energy to use the attack. Now, moving on, I have partnered Kingdra up with Lapras from Breakpoint. Lapras is a basic 120 HP water-type Pokemon, has Air and Running, which is the primary thing we're going to be looking at. 1 water energy, it lets us search our deck for a trainer card, reveal it, and put it into our hand. So if I'm having a bit of a problem with the consistency of the deck, Lapras is here to just, help out, get that trainer we need, whether it be a Birch, a Lysander, a Skyla, doesn't matter. We'll be able to grab it through this Pokemon. Beautiful. And our final Pokemon is Octillery. Abyssal Hand is just something that I'll be using consistently on a regular basis. Unless we're using EXs, then I might be using Shaman. Anyway, moving on to our trainers. We have Dive Ball. As it's primarily a water deck, I want to be able to get as many of those water Pokemon out as I can. I have 4 of these. Energy Recycler is here to help us put those energies back into the deck, keep our deck a little bit consistent while being able to get as much energy resources as possible. We have Rare Candy. As Kingdra is a stage 2, it is very difficult to get out without this item card, so it's very nice to have it right now. We have a Super Rod. Super Rod is primarily here because, let's be honest here, we all have casualties, and to keep our deck running nicely, we need to get those casualties back, put them into the deck, and hopefully redraw them. We have a couple Ultra Balls here. This way I can get the Kingdras, get whatever I need to do. Beautiful card, pretty much a staple in every deck. I have 4 VS Seekers. This way I can call on any supporter that has already been used and reuse them once more. Our primary supporter for the deck is going to be Fisherman. This lets us put 4 basic energies, whether it be water or lightning, it doesn't matter, back into our hand from our discard pile. Beautiful. So if we've gotten rid of a few from the attacks of Kingdra, I can just bring them back. Our next couple here are going to be Lysander. Again, staple in every deck for me. Well, seems to be a staple in my series is a little bit of a yawn. Anyway, Lysander lets us switch our opponent's active with a bench, which means I can grab whatever I want to knock out quickly, or even stall out, and force it into that active position. Birch is here because, you know what, our hands are going to be pretty awful at times. He's just going to help us get rid of all those, put them back into the deck, and based on a coin toss, we'll either be drawing 7 or 4. Sycamore will guarantee us those 7 cards, however. Only downside is I do have to discard my hand. Skyla is here to help us get any trainer we want from our deck, whether it be a stadium, an item, a supporter, anything it needs to be for the remainder of that turn to keep our momentum going. Beautiful. I chose Training Center as our stadium. Rough Seas is, I guess, an option for Lapras and Octillery, but I found Training Center just worked a little better, giving Octillery that 30 HP bonus. Sorry about that, guys. Rounding out the trainers are floatstones for artillery to not have him have any retreat cost, and muscle bands so we can do additional damage with Kingdra. Now, we're going to round out this deck with 4 lightning energy and 7 water energy. This way, I have a huge chance of getting energies pretty much every turn, and that keeps Kingdra on the go. So the question is, does this deck actually work? It's a different kind of deck, definitely not a high damaging one. It has a lot of resource management for sure to keep this attack floating, and who knows, maybe this will be one of the brand new meta decks. But we will find out in just a second in our first match on Pokemon TCG Online. Alright guys, our first match is against Pokefreak, and I do apologize for my voice right there. That feels a little better. He has 2 beards? His avatar looks a little cuckoo. A little crazy even. That's actually kind of scary. That might haunt my dreams for at least tonight. We are apparently having a bit of a loading issue. There we go. Oh wow, he only has 1 beard and he's actually got a pretty good full head of hair. We are losing this coin flip though. And he's going to decide if we go first or second. And it looks like he's going to go first. Beautiful for him. Kind of not really important to us. So we've got an alright hand to start with. We do start with a horsey in the front. And we are just going to pass our little bench warming because we have nothing in the bench. We see an unknown. Ooh, that is a terrible start for my opponent. We see a Tierno, which lets him draw 3 more cards though. Means he has that. Oh, he is going for energy on the unknown. That doesn't usually bode well for him. I'll be using the Skyla this turn. This way I can get a rare candy. And I'll be able to go for the evolution on the following turn as I dive ball and go for a Remoraid. This way I can get my artillery line started and hopefully keep my engine of cards just running very smooth. I am going to go for the bubble. This will possibly paralyze, which it does. And now the unknown is kind of stuck there. We see another Tierno drawing 3 cards into our opponent's hand. Our opponent has a huge hand. But does he have anything to really play? That is the question. We're unsure, and apparently he is just going to pass up. I'm going to rare candy, get into Kingdra. Oh, get into Kingdra. We have our main mon out on the field now as I go for a Birch. Hopefully getting that artillery. We do get a heads. No artillery, but I do have a die ball. So we are alright in that regard. So let's just get that little man here. Drop that artillery down. Drop another horsey. Now I did not drop the fisherman. I can't attack as I do have the wrong energy colors in my hand. Let's Ultra Ball. We're going to get rid of the 2 lightning. I'm going to get myself another Kingdra. This way I can rare candy and evolve this second horsey on the following turn. And I'll go for an Abyssal Hand. Go for the Muscle Band, drop the Lapras, and I'm going to go for a Gather Strength. I might be stalling a little bit here, but well, apparently that's all I have. Alright, let's do this. 3 water, 1 lightning. We'll be alright. We'll be alright. we'll be able to drop the majority of the cards in our hand right now. He is playing a Misty's Determination. All he's been doing are playing supporters. There goes a Grass Energy. And he is about to pick up one of 8 cards from the top of his deck without having to showcase it. He has a Hydreigon EX, and a Muscle Band is going to it. Max Elixir, which will help him get an energy onto said Hydreigon. And it's going to be a Dark Energy. Now, he hasn't played an energy this turn, so he might have that Psychic. Oh, no, he has a Lightning. Now, what would be amazing is if I could get a Lysander right now. And I don't think I have VS Seeker. No, I have not gotten rid of one. We take a whopping 10 damage. Fisherman is unfortunately not the supporter I was looking for. We're going to attach the Lightning Energy. Rare Candy Kingdra, as we did state before, so now I have all those beautiful cards out of my way. And we're going to go for the Abyssal Hand, hoping to get a Lysander, which I do not get. Yeah. Now, I could go for the attack, knock out the unknown, get a prize card, but I will not be set up for the following turn. And he can one-shot me as he... Oh, I'm not weak to dragon. Never mind then. I will go for the knockout. I'll lose my 2 lightning energy, or I will lose my lightning energy and a water. But for some reason, I actually thought I was dragon weak, not fairy. Works in my favor then. VS Seeker. We see the Hydreigon come up. And we will be able to knock this thing out in 2 shots. In 2 shots, we'll be able to knock this thing out because I do not have enough energy. Sorry. To knock out the Hydreigon in 1 shot. Now there is a Trevenant EX on the field. He didn't set up the Hydreigon? Why not? Well, I am not going to take this opportunity for granted. I'm going to grab all these energy, bring them right back into my hand. We're going to drop 1 water energy. Yes, we need the other energy. And the lightning. As we go for that Dragon Blast, it'll do almost a knockout's worth of damage. 170, and we will get rid of the water and the lightning that we just put on it. Back to the discard pile. Tyranno, draw 3 cards. Our opponent has a ton of cards, but not a whole lot else to go for. He is still missing that Psychic Energy for Hydreigon. There is a double colorless energy for Trevenant. So it's actually in range of attacking. Now, Trevenant's Wood Blast will do a whopping 70 damage right now. So I'm not too worried about it. I don't need to waste a VS Seeker just yet because I do have all these gorgeous energies and I want to utilize my energy resources as best as I can. I will go for another Dragon Blast, which will knock out this Hydreigon EX, bring up the Trevenant. We will take care of 2 more of our energies, but I can Fisherman right now with the VS Seeker, so it's not too bad. This will gain us 2 prizes. A Rare Candy and a Lightning Energy. Beautiful. Again, I don't need a Fisherman right now, as I do have the color combination I do need in my hand. He's going to go for a Skyla, which will net him any item or trainer card in particular he wants. The question is, what's he going to go for? It's going to be a fan club, so he can get more Pokemon onto the bench, keep himself alive. I like the idea. Unfortunately, he can't use it this turn. There's a Professor's Letter. What's he going to net? I would assume a Grass Energy. There's a Grass and a Psychic. Grass Energy, so this is going to now do 90 damage. 90. Now we are 10 points actually out of the way from knocking this out in one shot. I'm still going to go for it. Yes, please. Attach the energy drop. We will go for the Dragon Blast. Now, I'll probably go up with a Lapras on the following turn. Use it as a scapegoat sort of thing. That way we can start setting up the Kingdra in the back. Because unfortunately for us, we are going to be an energy down. That 3 energy count does take away from Kingdra's quick setup. Even with alpha growth, this is very difficult to set up on a regular basis. But one thing I can give to Kingdra is it is a beautiful card. Just gorgeous. There's a Shaman and a Gallade. We see both Mons drop onto the bench as he starts to set up the Gallade. Now, why he played the Shaman right now without getting any sort of setup boost is beyond me. I would have saved that. Right now, it's just kind of setup fodder. So we will go for the Lapras. As I did mention prior, we can play a Horsey. I will be VS Seeking the Fisherman. And that is our primary objective, is to get our energies back. Primarily the water. We will attach a water energy to Kingdra. And we will nab a lightning energy as well. So, I do believe that is all we're going to be able to do. I'm going to Ultra Ball the Seadra and the Birch away. I can VS Seeker whatever I need, so it's not too big of a deal. But I do want to get another Kingdra on the next turn. I did play Horsey right now, so Kingdra will be able to be played on the following turn. We will end our turn. Hopefully he will go for a knockout on the Lapras. Maybe waste another Grass Energy on Trevenant. Misty's Determination once more. He has to sacrifice a card. It's a Dark Energy. And he'll nab whatever card he wants in the top 8. I still prefer Skyla. He's making a hard decision here. This might come right down to the wire for him. This decision will change everything. But apparently, he made a great decision. And we'll find out in a second if it will come into play right now. There is a Psychic Energy. That Piercing Lunge is, Piercing Prize is very scary, as it can one-shot us. Now what I'll probably do is set up another full set on the Horsey, so both Kingdras are ready to go before this nasty Gallade comes in. Here comes the Dark Forest. It's going to do 20 damage. And I cannot retreat. That's fine by me. Training Center. This lets our Kingdra have a bit more survivability. We will be rare candying the Kingdra. And I will be just attaching 2 energy to this Kingdra so that when this Lapras goes down, we will be in perfect shape. Abyssal Hand before our Fisherman friend. Actually, I don't even need to go for it. Let's go for a Fisherman right now. Grab all 3 energy that are in the discard pile. Bring them back to our hand. And I'm gonna pass. I could easily attach the float stone onto the Lapras. But I don't... Well, I can't retreat anyway. I cannot retreat anyway. I'm stuck in there due to Dark Force. So that would have been a waste of a float stone. Now this does 5. It's doing 150 damage. And I am actually just out of range now. Thanks to the training center. I am at 160 energy with the Kingdra. There's an energy retrieval. So he'll be netting 2 energies from the discard pile back into his hand. It's going to be a dark and a grass. And he hasn't set up Gallade properly. So 30 damage to Lapras. We will go with our Kingdra from the Swift Lunge. And I'm planning to set up here. So hopefully we'll be alright. I'll just be using the 1 energy. We do not need to attach 2 at the moment. We can use the float stone on our good old Lapras friend here. And I do believe this is an opportunity for us to get the Lysander. So I will Via Seeker into Skyla. I'll have enough energy to continue on with my assault for the next turn. Actually, I'm going to get a Muscle Band. That will be even better. Muscle Band will give me the damage output I need to take out the Gallade right now. Let's go for that Dragon Blast. There goes the Gallade. 2 more prizes for us. Maybe we'll get the Lysander in the prizes. Maybe. Either way, though, we are now out of range of being knocked out from either of his EXs, and we are in range of knocking out both of them, which is really good for us. Here comes the Trevenant once more. Not too threatened by it. Wood Blast is cool, but Grass type just does not have Energy Explosion like a lot of other Pokemon that have that 3 colorless, 20 times the amount of same type energy. Grass just does not have the explosion power that some of the other colors do, like Fire does and Psychic does and all that. We see a Thunderous EX with Headlock, but I do believe this Trevenant is going to go down due to taking a huge amount of damage prior. Here comes a Wood Blast, 110 damage, but it is not enough to one-shot us. We are going to claim victory by adding 2 energies to Kingdra. Yes, please. It'll be the water. And Kingdra is going to take his first game win over the random EX deck. Beautiful. There goes the energies. And there we go, guys. First win of the day. You can see just how much strategy is involved with Kingdra. There's a lot of tech necessity for it. But it still pulled off a win. It still prevailed over the EXs. Now, I'll be fair, that was a weird game on my opponent's part. There was a lot of Pokemon that needed 3 of the same type energy, and he didn't have them. So, did Kingdra get lucky? Possibly. But on the other hand, we have another match to see, so we'll be able to watch Kingdra really show its true colors in just a moment. Alright guys, our second and most likely final game of today is against Samurai223, who's also got a beard problem. That is a scary problem we're having with this editing issue. Anyway, I don't want to see my character with that problem, okay? My beard stays on my chin, not on my nose, or my eyes. That would be hairy. In fact, don't make that something that we want to see. I don't want it. See that my beard, it's right there around my mouth, going up to the chins, just near the ears. It's beautiful. Anyway, coin toss. We're going tails. Going tails. And we lose another coin flip. What else is new? Samurai, you're getting first dibs. You want to go first? You want to go second? It's entirely up to you. Now look at that. His beautiful beard is back in where it's supposed to be. And he has a nice full Elvis looking thing going. It's not bad, I gotta say. Very nice. We have no basic Pokemon. This is definitely an issue with this deck where you have no basics. I did a test run on this deck prior, and that was why I added Lapras. So I didn't have just 6 basic Pokemon. I guess you could run Shaman too if you really needed it. I don't see the need to have 2 draw engines. So we will return our cards back to our deck because we're saying, you know what, we want a basic. Come on. There's a Lapras and a Remoraid. So Lapras will go into the front, Remoraid into the back. And since we'll be going second, we can do an errand running, which will net us any energy any trainer we want. Greninja. Interesting. With Miltank, that's a great partner, of course. Miltank gets huge benefits when there's a stage 2 on the field. The question is he playing Greninja Break? Or just straight up XY Greninja? We'll see in a moment. He has an energy ready for Pound, but he can't attack, obviously. It's not his turn to do so. We have another Lapras. Both Laprases now have made the field. I'll be going for a Dive Ball because I definitely need a Horsey. Can't do much damage if I don't have Horsey. As we go for a Birch, this way I can get a few cards, apparently only 4. Attach the Floatstone to our Remoraid, Water Energy to Lapras, and we're gonna go for an errand running. And I think we're gonna need a lot of cards, so this is gonna be a long setup. I think I want to go for another Birch. I'll actually be quite excited for when N returns to Standard because it's guaranteed 6 at the start instead of 4. I can definitely see Birch getting kind of rotated out once N returns. I'm not saying N's going to make a huge impact because, you know, he's still an expanded and everything's going perfectly well for him there. But I don't know if Birch will make it. We'll see. My intelligence might be wrong, though. I'm not really all that into the physical meta of the game. I play Pokemon TCG. And this is just my hunch. We see the Water Energy onto the Frogadier. This means there's going to be a lot of Frogadiers about to join our field. I see 2 of them. Beautiful for our opponent. Not very good for us. Not good at all. So we will be playing a Energy on Horsey. We're going to go for another Birch because I don't want my hand. And apparently he still doesn't want to go through for us. My hand is not doing very well. In fact, it's doing almost awful. We'll be going for an errand running. Do I want to go for a Dive Ball or the Ultra Ball? I have the rare candy in my hand, but I have no way of really getting... Go for the Dive Ball. Octillery might be the better play right now. Lapras is definitely helping us a lot here, as it's netting us a bunch of cards that we do need. But at what cost? I'm losing a lot of ground here as well. There's a Wally, so we're going to see our first Greninja on the field. No breaks, just Greninja. There's Greninja with the Water Shuriken, which is a beautiful card. In the active position, I do prefer the Breakpoint Greninja. If you haven't watched it, please watch the Greninja No EX episode. That was a brilliant episode. Loved it, and I heavily recommend it. There's also the Greninja theme deck, which is getting huge popularity. Okay, not huge, but popularity on my channel when I got something over 100 views. That is huge. Wow. Anyway, Lapras is taking a ton of damage. We are seeing the another rare candy, which I really don't need. We'll be going for the Dive Ball for the Octillery. We're going to upgrade, dwindle our hand a little bit. Water Energy onto the Horsey. we're going to go for a couple more cards with Auxiliary here with the Abyssal Hand. Wrong ball. Very, very wrong ball. But I can get another Remoraid right now. That way I can get the second Auxiliary going on the following turn. But I will most likely be going for the Ultra Ball, which will net us our first Kingdra. Oh boy, it's taking a bit. It's definitely taking a bit. Great thing about Lapras is it does take up a beautiful wall slot. So like, if Kingdra needs a chance to even set up further, I do have that possibility. The Regice isn't going to be too much of a threat to us in this deck. We are not running EXs. We are running stage 2s. So Sycamore lets him discard all of those cards. Trainer's Mail may have been a better option for this deck, I do admit. But I didn't see the ability to put them in. There's a lot of cards you guys need. Like, seriously. Once I get Horsey going, it's like, I need the way to get energy back. The Lapras is doing a fantastic job of netting us the cards that we do need. So, there is that. Opponent's going to go for the Mist Slash, which is going to end our poor Lapras' life. I'll be putting our Kingdra in the active role, though, as I should be able to knock out this first Greninja, no problem. I don't even need to Ultra Ball now. Okay, Rare Candy, Kingdra, let's do this! Now, I do need a Water Energy. So I'm going to probably sacrifice the Lightning in my hand. And let's get another Horsey out. Let's get that beautiful little basic Pokemon. Now I can Abyssal Hand. Get a couple more cards. Hopefully a Water Energy. There it is. That is the beauty that I needed. Another Horsey for the bench. And I have not Skyled yet. Now, how many energies in the discard? Just 2 at the moment, so it's not worth VS or Fisherman. Let's go for an Abyssal Hand. Let's see what I can net. It's a Lysander. Well, I am going to attach a Water Energy to our Kingdra. And I'm going to go for a Skyla. And the Fisherman just seems way too necessary right now. For the following turn, whether it be to evolve, to start setting up energy onto our Horsies in the back, or set up our active, I'll be able to knock out this Greninja. No, I cannot. We gave it the additional HP boost. That's a problem. That is a problem. Training Center apparently is now working against us. It is a beautiful card for that Greninja. It kept it in this game, meaning our opponent can sacrifice an energy, get some more damage with Mist Slash. That hurt. That actually hurt a lot more than I was hoping for. We see the Greninja evolution on the back, which is the breakpoint one, which is the, in my opinion, the better one for the active position. We will see a Wally, which will evolve the other one as well. So all 3 are now Greninjas, which is very scary. That means that Miltank has pretty much got an infinite resource of powerful friends. And there's not a whole lot we can do to that. Greninja definitely sets up a lot faster than Kingdra does. There's 30 damage from a Water Energy, and we're about to take a Mist Slash. There comes that Mist Slash. Ouch. 80 damage does hurt. I'll be going for the slow route on this Horsey. We're going to go for a Fisherman. Net 4 energies back. Now, I do realize just now that it stopped me from getting a card from Auxiliary. but it's not really going to change much. We are going to grab that extra lightning energy, and we're going to go for the Dragon Blast, which is overkill, but we'll take care of the first Greninja, which will tie us, I do believe, in prize count. So not bad, not bad. There's a Sycamore. Here comes that powerful Friends, which will do 80 damage, which is in range of knocking us out, like 100%. He, as well as using Fisherman, this nets him back all those beautiful water energies, and now he can start setting up his fellow Greninjas in the back. There's a Dive Ball, probably a Break evolution coming our way. No, it's a what? Wow, Kyogre EX is in his deck. Apparently he needed a fat water type to take care of us. Now the only downside for us is if he switches out our stadium, because our lead attacker is Kingdra. If he's running Rough Seas will be way better for him. There goes our Kingdra though. So unfortunately we have lost our main attacker. And I'll be putting up this good old Lapras, saying, hey buddy, what do you need? We get another Fisherman though. We're going to evolve into our Kingdra. Attach a couple energies to said Kingdra. Yes, we do need the extra energy boost. And I'm thinking I'm going to go a little tricky and force that Kyogre EX out. I can stall a turn or two, not a problem. There's an energy recycler, which I don't need just yet. I think I have to end our turn, which is fine by me. I might go for a Sycamore on the following turn. I know I've got a few VS Seekers still in the deck. We are only missing... Actually, I haven't used a single VS Seeker yet. Interesting. So there's still 4 of them in the deck somewhere, which at this point in the game is really good. A Sycamore might be the best play for us, as it will net all the supporters I need into the discard, and VS Seekers can just pick up the work from there. We're seeing a double colorless energy drop onto Kyogre, and a VS Seeker from our opponent, which will most likely be the Fisherman. Or Wally, actually. So we could go into Primal. Nope, Sycamore. The question is he about to play it? Is he about to play that powerful supporter? I know I'm about to. Nope, he ends the turn. Oh, we got a VS Seeker, which isn't actually very good for us, because I wanted to keep those. Well, I could go for the Birch, save all of this, or discard it and save Fisherman into my discard pile. I don't need to, actually. I will go for the Birch. As Fisherman is already in my discard pile, I don't need to just lose it. That may have been the wrong play. Alright, Muscle Band. Let's do an energy recycler. 1, 2, 3. Back into the deck you go. I will go for our first Abyssal Hand, hoping to get that water energy. We do not get it. But we do get the ability to evolve our Horsey into a Kingdra, which will make us lose 2 of our beautiful energies. Go for a Super Rod, and bring back the 3 Pokemon that we have lost. Put them right back into the deck. As I go for another Octillery, and hopefully this time I can get a Water Energy. There we go, that's what I wanted to see. So here goes the Water Energy onto our Kingdra. I might as well start setting it up again. And we will be ending our turn. I'll be saying thank you to our opponent. And hopefully we'll see what he's about to play. I have a VS Seeker if he wants to switch out. He is going to go for that Water Pulse most likely, which is going to do 30 and put our Lapras to sleep. Yep, there's the Water Pulse. 30 damage. He's going to put us to sleep, but do we wake up? No, we do not. So unfortunately for us, we are going to be a little behind. Just a little. Water energy onto our other Kingdra as we attach the lightning energy as well. We'll go for our Abyssal Hand. We get a Dive Ball, which really isn't going to help us too much right now. I'll just play the Lapras up. Go for Abyssal Hand on our other Octillery. Now it's one more card. It's another VS Seeker. Apparently our opponent hasn't been playing too long, so he has enough for a frog deck. Beautiful play. Beautiful little story. I think I want to go for the Lice. No. I want to start setting up so when I start losing energies. So Fisherman. I'll be able to go for the Kingdra's attack. But I do believe that is the end of our turn. We're going to stay asleep. He'll be able to net one more water energy for the Kyogre. And that should be the end of our Lapras. 140 damage is going to do a ton. Now, he does have to return 2 of his water energies back to his hand. In doing so, actually, he attached it to a Greninja, so he can only go for a Water Pulse. I'm now hoping for a Float Stone so I can get my Lapras out of there. We wake up, just need a Float Stone. Nope, that is a Water Energy, that is for sure. Now, have I got Skyla in? Yes, I do. Let us VS Seeker for a Skyla. We will go for the Skyla, and let's see for that Float Stone. It is there. We will grab it, attach it to our half knocked out Lapras, go for the retreat into the Kingdra, and now we should be able to get some good damage off. I will set up our other Kingdra with another water energy and go for the Dragon Blast, which will knock out 2 of our energies. 170 damage. We're just 10 shy of a knockout. 10 shy. But if anything, our Kingdra can pick up the kill on the following turn, regardless of which one it is. So we currently have how many water energies? Just 1 and 1. Not a whole lot of energy in the discard. There is a Greninja EX on the field. We see a Sycamore. He discards his entire hand. What did he have? Actually, I have a harder time telling now. He had a couple of rough seas and energy retrieval. There is a Muscle Band. Ooh! 160 damage is going to be enough to knock me out, as long as he has a water energy. But I do believe he played it onto the Greninja. Huh. At least I believe he played it on the Greninja EX. I could be wrong. Could be. He's got a smile on his face. Does he know? Does he know that we're in trouble? Or does he have a sneaky suspicion he's about to win? The energy on the Greninja EX was definitely a bad play. We're about to see... Oh, there. He didn't even go for the attack! He did not go for the attack. This would be a perfect time for a Fisherman, I do believe, as I can net 2 energy. Our opponent has got a bit of a scramble brain at the moment, which is not something I usually see on a recording. But he is playing very, very friendly, not too overly competitive, which is brilliant because we didn't really need an overly too competitive deck right now. There goes the Dragon Blast, though. This Kyogre is going down. And we are going to lose 2 more of our precious energies. But we are taking out a huge, huge threat. There's 2 more cards for us, an Ultra Ball and an Energy, which is beautiful. I don't have to Fisherman now. I can just go straight for the Energy drop onto the Kingdra. And unfortunately for our opponent, Greninja EX only has 170 HP, so he is putting it up to get knocked out. He'll be able to go for a Sharpshooting, which will do 30 damage to one of our Pokemon, regardless of what it is. And, yeah. He could almost knock out our Lapras in the back. Almost. I'm out of range of being knocked out by almost every single one of his attacks. He brought out the Floatstone Octillery. Oh, my buddy, you should have picked out this one. Should have picked the other one. Because I can just retreat and knock you out now. The attack was brilliant, but your Lysander was kind of a waste. I will just simply retreat into Kingdra. I will attach my energy. Our poor opponent has definitely seen better games. As we do go for the Dragon Blast, this will knock out this Greninja EX, no problem. And this will take us from in a very bad position with Greninja to, wow, we turned this game around. There's 2 more prizes for us. We're just 1 away with a Kingdra in the back. Now, he brings out the Miltank. He should have brought out a Greninja. He can't knock us out. He would have been able to survive and knock out one of ours with a Moonlight Slash. We will say good game to our friend as well, because I'm lost for words. I have a hard time talking and writing at the same time. Our opponent has realized that he cannot beat us now. There's the victory. He is one of the most polite men we have ever played on Pokemon TCG. And again, big highlight to Samurai 223. You want to play him? Definitely sign up. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. This was Kingdra. Now, we got 2 wins. Beautiful wins. This is how we're going to end the day. My overall opinions on the deck, though, is it's very, very restrictive. I don't have the ability to knock out EXs one shot. The majority of EXs nowadays are 180. And unfortunately, Kingdra's max damage output is only 170. And that's with a muscle band. With that being said, there's also a lot of stuff you have to do to get him set up. You not only do you need to run Rare Candy to get Kingdra going because he's a stage 2, you need to run all this energy retrieval to keep your energy alive. I was running energy recyclers so that I could keep my energy in the deck while also running Fisherman to nab it from the discard. If things just don't want to work out properly when you have so many things going on all at once. Now, was that a problem on deck building on my part? Probably. But I don't see Kingdra being a huge meta competitor anytime soon. With that being said, though, thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope you guys enjoyed the video as much as I do. These games are always fantastic, regardless if I'm playing someone friendly, someone competitive, or someone, you know, just out of the blue. But until next time, guys, we will see you in the next episode, which will be a huge surprise, like it always is, because I never pick anything the same. Make sure to catch the new extra special coming up at the end of the week, though. Hopefully it should be up by Thursday. But, again, we'll see you guys then. And until then, time out.